والعبادات القلبية في الإسلام, what we do with our heart counts much more than we do with our limbs. فإذا فعل الإنسان كل العبادات البدنية, if you do everything that you have to do with your body, but your heart is not in full submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, does not believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, does not have trust in Allah or hope in Allah, nothing of that will count. And if a person comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with an iman, with all the things that have to do with the heart, but not many actions, survival is being, inshallah, hoped for that person. So that's why we're talking about التوكل على الله سبحانه وتعالى. What is التوكل على الله? It's صدق الاعتماد, is to truly put trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But I'm gonna just touch on one dimension. It's so clear that الإنسان يتوكل على الله when he feels the need of putting trust in Allah when إذا عز المطلوب. إذا عز المطلوب. When you are looking for something, trying to achieve something or do something and it's not coming your way. رزق. لو أنكم توكلون على الله لرزقكم كما يرزق الطير. So this is we put our trust in Allah. And obviously the dimension of having to do your best before putting the trust in Allah is there. العمل. وإلا يصير توكل. If somebody just say I put my trust in Allah, no action, this is not the right dimension of it. But I'm not going to talk about all of that. This is not the right tawakkul ala Allah. This is tawakkul. That's clear. We seek, we put our trust, we put our tawakkul ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is إذا عز المطلوب. But what I want to talk about in those few minutes is إذا تمكن المرغوب. When we have everything, like I'm not looking for anything. Actually, I'm achieving everything and I'm good. At this point, human beings tend to not thinking much of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have a lot of money, I am healthy, my kids are okay, everything is okay. So where is tawakkul Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happening in here? Here comes the 50% of the tawakkul is not only when you need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you do the action and oh Allah make it, make our ummah better, my kids better, give me the rizq, make me, achieve things in my work. But no, if everything is okay, how do we practice the tawakkul ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala إذا تمكن المرغوب? When you have everything, in my opinion, it's much more important to not depend on those things. But rather know that with all of these things there, it's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they will come back to Allah and me myself will come back to Allah. I don't have to depend on these things. قالوا المقولة المعروفة المشهورة من اعتمد على ماله إيش؟ قل. If you depend on your money, sometime will come that the money will decrease. ومن اعتمد على عقله اختل. Sometime if you solely depend on your mind, a time will come that something will happen. You grow old, you're not always correct. Something will happen. If you're fully depending on your mind, that's not an ultimate fact in there. وَمَنْ اعْتَمَدَ عَلَى عِلْمِهِ ضَلَّ. If you only depend on your knowledge, you don't have all the knowledge. You don't have the full knowledge, so you will be going deviant sometime if you fully and solely depend on your knowledge. وَمَنْ اعْتَمَدَ عَلَى النَّاسِ مَلْ. And if you depend on people, they might work sometimes, some other times not, you will not get it. وَمَنْ اعْتَمَدَ عَلى اللَّهِ تَبَارَكَ وَتَعَالَى لَا ضَلَّ وَلَا ذَلَّ وَلَا اخْتَلَّ وَلَا قَلَّ. So, if you depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, توكل على الحي الذي لا يموت. Put your trust in Allah, the Hayy, the ever living, He never dies. Put your trust in Allah. Where is this coming from? Is mainly علماء الزهد يتكلمون عن أن التوكل نابع من الإيمان بقدرة الله سبحانه وتعالى. It's mainly coming from you believing that Allah is capable. He can do it. He can. He has all the benefit to give you and He has all the power to take away لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله, to take ضر from you or bad from you. Like the story mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, the person is passing by this أو كالذي مر على قرية وهي خاوية على عروشها. This town that was gone. قال أنى يحيي هذه الله بعد موتها. Just wondering how come Allah will, he was questioning the qudra of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah gave him the lesson and giving it to us through the Quran by mentioning in the Quran. فأماته الله 100 عام ثم بعث. Allah caused him to die for 100 years and then He gave him life back. He resurrected him. What happened? And then the ayah is long. He said, look at this, look at your donkey, look at yourself. So he saw how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable. So this is what we truly have to trust on, the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Condition of the ummah is worse, the worst probably. We depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very important factor, again, I'm not here to talk comprehensively about the tawakkul, but very important factor is to work. We have to work to change our condition, the condition of anything that we need to change. It's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. One of the sunnah al-kawniyya lillah, that you only ask of Allah, but you do not do the action. If you sit at home and say, oh Allah, give me this, you are capable of working, you are not working, it's never gonna happen that Allah will give you, rizq without working. Those people who came from Yemen during Hajj and not having food, not having provision, like you're traveling, you take some water with you, especially back then, they don't take nothing. The Prophet asked them, who are you? What are you doing that? نحن المتوكلون. We put our trust in Allah. Allah revealed the Quran right away. وَتَزَوَّدُوا فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى. You have to take provision. Going to Hajj or any travel, take provision. Make your... And the best of all the provision is taqwa. So, and the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is giving so many examples from his seerah. Look at his hijrah. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he gave us the beautiful example of making preparation and putting full trust in Allah. Putting full trust in Allah yet. يعد الرحل من قبلها بشهور. يذهب إلى أبي بكر في وقت لم يذهب فيه. He goes to Abu Bakr رضي الله عنه in a time that he's trying to hide his plans. ثم يخرج من خوخة في ظهر البيت. And then he goes out not from the door, from some. He asks him first, who is there? I'm going to give you a secret. And then he asks Ali ibn Abi Talib, زيادة في التمويه, camouflage or something, to sleep in his place. And then he goes to the cave. He hits south instead of going north towards Medina. تعمية. So many things that he's taken sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then at the very end, لما جاءه those who were searching for him, they came to the mouth of the cave. All the way to the mouth of the cave. على فم الغار. Abu Bakr is worried. يا رسول الله لو أن أحدهم أبصر تحت قدميه أو نظر تحت قدميه لأبصرنا. If any one of them would just look down a little bit, he would see us. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is so calm, putting full trust in Allah. When? After he has done everything, nothing else that I can do. يا أبا بكر ما ظنك باثنين الله ثالثهما لا تحزن إن الله معنا. Oh Abu Bakr, what do you think about two? The third of them is Allah. Don't worry. Allah is with us. So أيها الأحبة, we need to put our full trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not when it's bad conditions, but also when it's good condition. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is teaching us, I conclude by that, from the beginning, the very beginning of the day to the very end of the day. Very symbolic things, but very important. Coming out of your house, Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah. Like you're going out, you don't know what's coming your way. You say, I put my trust in Allah. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. No power to take anything away from me, or to give me anything in negative or positive, except through Allah. الملائكة يقولون, you say Bismillah, هديت. You say in the name of Allah, they will say, you are guided. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ كُفِيتَ أو وقيت. And then كُفِيتَ وَوْقِيتَ. Then you are guided, you are protected, and you are being sufficed, taken care of. That's what you do. And then throughout the day, in all, everything you do, you put your trust in Allah all the way until you sleep. And you say, Allahumma aslamtu nafsi ilayk, fawwadtu amri ilayk. All the way, the beautiful dua inside Muslim, oh Allah, I give myself I'm just sending it back to you. It's coming to you. I put all my trust and hope to you. عبادة التوكل والتفويض على الله سبحانه وتعالى تريح القلب. It's going to make everything easy for us. Easy for us. Let's put all our trust in Allah Azza wa Jalla, do our best, and go about life. That is, going to make our life very much easy. Not only when we are faced with problems, but also when we are comfortable and everything is okay. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله. وصلى الله عليه وسلم.